Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nasim Rabi Muhammad from DHT 15. I will explain the question number 1, how to solve it. Okay, so question number 1 state that given function px equal to x cubed plus ax squared plus bx plus 26 has no remainder when divided by x minus 1 and leave remainder 32 when divided by x minus 3. So for 1a, find the values of a and b. First, we export all the information from the question given, and then first step we need to use x minus 1 as a factor. When x equal to 1, we substitute it into the function px, and we will get a equal to negative b, a equal to negative b minus 27 as the first equation. Then when x equal to 3, we substitute it into the function px, and we will get b equal to negative 7 minus 3a as the second equation. Then we need to use the substitution method to find the value of a and b. First, we substitute equation number 2 into the equation number 1. A equal to negative bracket negative 7 minus 3a bracket minus 27. We will get final answer a equal to 10. So a equal to 10 is the third equation that we will use to find the value of b. So in the end, we sub equation number 3 into the equation number 2. We get b equal to negative 37. So value of a is equal to 10 and b equal to negative 37. For question b, the question tells us to find the to factorize the function px completely. So we just use the long division method to find the factor. We use x minus 1 as the input to find the remainder. After we use the long division method, we will get the factor px equal to x minus 1 multiplied by x squared plus 11x minus 36. We factorize the quadratic equation. We will get the factor is x is equal to 1 or x equal to. You guys have any question?
Yes, I have a question for you, Anas. So, from that question, exactly what the method that you use to solve
to find the value of a and b. For the second method, we use the long division to find the factor of the b. Okay, that's all for me.
Okay, next I will proceed with question 2. Okay, zoom sikit. So the question asks that given that x dalam bracket x to the power of 2 minus 2 per x plus 1 in bracket to x plus 1 to the power of 2 equal to a plus bx to the power of 2 plus x plus dx plus 1 to x plus 1 to the power of 2. Okay, so by using long division, find the value of the constant a, b, c and d, and hence express the given equation in partial fraction. Okay, first kita salin balik soalan tu, equation yang diberi. Kita equalkan balik sebab kita nak cari setiap constant tu. Okay, first step kita darab masuk fraction yang diberikan tu. Buat macam biasa, so darab masuk, kita akan dapatlah yang sudah dikembangkan. Okay, next kita kena cari ni divisor, remainder dengan quotient. Okay, untuk buat tu kita akan gunakan long division untuk dapatkan bentuk arm yang dx, qx, px dan rx. Okay, kita buat long division macam biasa. Yang bawah letak kat luar dan yang ke atas masuk dalam. Okay. Kita buat macam biasa. So, kita akan dapat quotient dengan reminder, which is yang baki tu adalah reminder dan yang nilai di atas tu adalah quotient. So, kita akan kena, lepas kita division of polynomial tu, kita kena express dalam form px polynomial equal to quotient plus reminder per divisor. Okay, kita masukkan tadi nilai yang kita dapat tu P, D, Q dan R. Kita masukkan, ganti dalam expression tu. So, kita letak 1/4 tambah ni negative 2x to the power of 2 minus 13/4x minus 1/4 and equal to A plus bx to the power of 2 plus x plus d tu semua. Okay. Lepas tu, kita compare lah balik dengan kita punya general equation tu. A equal to 1/4, B equal to negative 2, C equal to 13/4 and D equal to negative 1/4. Lepas tu soalan kata hence expressed in partial fraction. And so kita, bentuk yang kita buat tadi adalah partial fraction. So kita kekalkan bentuk tadi, iaitu final answer partial fraction equal to 1/4 minus 2x to the power of 2 plus 13/4x plus 1/4 per x tambah 1 dalam kurungan 2x tambah 1 kuasa 2. Okay, itu je. Any question?
Uzai, I have one question to ask.
Yes.
Kenapa kita guna long division untuk selesaikan soalan tu?
Okay, we need to use, okay, kita kena guna long division sebab bila kita bahagi polynomial, kita nak kena cari quotient and remainder. And untuk cari quotient and remainder tu, kita kena gunakan long division sebab dalam dia punya punya bentuk, dalam long division tu, QX tu atas quotient iaitu nilai atas and remainder tu adalah baki. So, memang kita kena guna long division. Okay, Yavan tu.
Okay, terima kasih.
Sama.
Okay, next question, number 3. Okay, my name is Muhammad Eka Hakimi. I will be presenting question for number 3. So the question for number 3 is the first 3a. Prove that cos cube 2x plus sin cube 2x over cos 2x plus sin 2x plus cos 3 2x minus sin cube 2x over cos 2x minus sin 2x is equal to 2. So first we will let c equals to cos 2x and s equals to sin 2x. So we will solve the left hand side first. So we will get c cube plus s cube over c plus s plus c cube minus s cube over c minus s. Okay, then we will multiply both sides. Okay, this one will multiply c minus s and this one will multiply with c plus s. So you will get c to the power of 4 minus c cube s plus c s cube minus s to the power of 4 plus c to the power of 4 plus c cube s minus c s3 minus s to the power of 4 over c square minus s square. Okay. From this we can see that it will be equals to 2 c to the power of 4 minus 2 s to the power of 4 over c square minus s square. Then we will simplify the equation. It will become 2 bracket c square minus s square times c square plus s square over c square minus s square. From there, we can cut here c square minus s square and c square minus s square. So we will get 2 bracket c square plus s square. So we will use the formula whereby c square plus s square is equal to cos square 2x plus sin square 2x is equals to 1. So we get 2 times 1, which is 2. So we have proven. Okay, next 3b, we have to prove the identity 1 plus sec x over tan x plus sin x is equal to cosec x. So we will solve the left hand side. So 1 plus sec x over tan x plus sin x. Sec x can be simplified to 1 over cos x. Tan x can also be simplified to sin x over cos x. So we will times cos x for the numerator and also the denominator, so we can simplify this equation. So we will get cos x plus 1 over sin x plus sin x cos x. So for this, we will get cos x plus 1. We will take out the sin x, so it will become 1 plus cos x. So we can cancel that. So it become 1 over sin x. So which means cos x. So we have proven the right hand side. All right. So any question?
What the formula you use to get the final answer?
Okay, I use the formula whereby cos square theta plus sin square theta is equals to 1. Okay, that is all for the question. Okay, done.
Alright. So
Okay.
you all can hear my voice?
Yeah, can?
Alright, so kita pergi ke soalan 4. So question 4, the given is consider a function fx equal to cos 2x plus sec 8 sin 2x. So kita punya function dia dah bagi dah. Jadi kita pergi ke soalan 4A. So 4A ni ialah express f in the form of r sin 2x plus alpha, where the r is bigger than 0 and alpha is an acute angle. So acute angle ni maksudnya dia below 90 lah, 90 that 8 sin 2x equal to r sin 2x plus alpha. So r sin 2x plus alpha, we can use the trigonal identity, which is sin a plus b equal to sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. So nanti kita akan dapat r sin 2x cos alpha plus cos 2x sin alpha. Lepas tu kita kembangkan, kita masukkan r dalam equation tu, kita kembangkan r lah dengan equation tu. Nanti kita akan dapat r sin 2x cos alpha plus r cos 2x sin alpha. And then lepas kita dah dapat dah dari situ, kita let the equation for equation 1, r sin alpha equal to 1 and r cos alpha so lepas kita let tu, kita boleh cari r, the coefficient r. So r equal to sec a squared plus b squared. So r equal, kita ambil lah a tu ialah 1 and b tu kita ambil yang sec 8. So kita masukkan dalam formula r tu. So kita akan dapat tambah-tambah and we got the sec 9 and r is equal to 3. And then kita kena cari dia punya alpha, iaitu dia punya angle. So the first equation is sin alpha, the second equation is cos alpha. So the formula that we use is tangent alpha equal to b over a, because tangent is equal to sin over cos. Okay, and then we just equal the tan alpha equal to 1 over sec 8, and alpha we equal to tan inverse 1 over sec 8, and we get the angle is 19.47. 47 angle lah. So dia betul lah acute angle sebab dia below 90 darjah. So and then kita masukkan dalam equation cos 2x plus sec 8 sin 2x equal to r sin 2x plus alpha. So r tu kita dah dapat 3, so kita masukkan 3 sin 2x plus alpha pun kita dapat tadi, masukkan nilai alpha dalam kita punya equation tu lah. Alright. So any question for 4A?
Yes, I have a question. What formula did you use to solve this question?
Alright. So at 4A we must remember when when we want to find the coefficient r, so we need to use the r equal to sec a squared plus b squared, and for the angle we use tan theta equal to tan alpha equal to b over a. So why we use tan? Because when we see the equation 1 and 2, we have sine and cos. So sine over cos is equal to tan. Alright. So I will go to the next question. Right. So we go to the next question. That is for B. So the question is hence solve the equation for cos 2x plus zx sin 2x equal to z8 by giving all the solution between negative 180 angle and 180. Give your answer correct or to two decimal places. So in this question, so first we need to linear the equation, which is cos 2x plus x sin 2x equal to z8. So we already got the r and the alpha, which is r is the coefficient and the alpha is the angle. So this sin 2x plus 19.47 darjah equal to zx. So kita kena pindahkan 3 ke sebelah. So kita pindahkan 3 sebelah, kita akan dapat sin 2x plus 19.47 equal to z8 per 3. So bila kita dapat tu, kita kira and we just pindah sin ke sebelah. So sin bila pindah sebelah dia akan sin inverse and we will get 2x plus 19.47 equal to 70.53. Okay, so the question nak between negative 180 dengan 180. So kita ni kita gantikan ya, kalau negatif 360 maksudnya dia 2x, kalau 180 1x. So dalam soalan ni kita guna 2x kan. So kita masukkan 2x plus 19.47 tu, dia sebelahnya negatif 360 dengan 360. So kita pindah 19.47 tu ke dua-dua side, maksudnya sebelah tu. Jadi dia akan jadi sebelah negatif 360 tolak 19.47, yang lagi satu 360 tolak 19.47. Nanti kita akan dapat nilai dia. So lepas kita dapat nilai tu, kita buat dia 2x tambah 19.7 sama dengan ni lah, nilai-nilai angle. So nilai angle dia pada kuadran pertama ialah alpha, angle sama dengan alpha. So pada kuadran kedua dia 360 tolak alpha. So kita guna equation tu, so kita pindah-pindahkan lah. So nanti kalau kita buat sebaris dulu dia punya equation, lepas sebaris kita pindahkan 19.47 sebelah, tambah je tolak, and then 2x kan, kita ada 2x ni sama dengan angle tu, tapi yang kita nak ialah x sebab dia nak between 180 dengan negatif 180. So kita pindahkan 2 ke sebelah, so kita bahagi semua angle tu dengan 2, so kita akan dapatlah angle x. Alright, so for the last question, that is 4C. From the answer obtained in part A, find the maximum and minimum value of the 1 over Z32 sin 2x plus 2 cos 2x plus 15. So untuk soalan ni, mula kita punya equation tu kita samakan dengan equation kita dapat kat part A tadi. So kita akan dapat last kali kita akan dapat 6 sin 2x plus 19.47 lah. So since the maximum minimum value ialah negatif 1 dan 1, jadi kalau dalam soalan ni, sebab kita punya coefficient kita dapat kita lah 6, so minimum dan maximum value kita lah negatif 6 dan kita punya yang since tu kita ganti dengan negatif 6 dengan 6. So kita after that kita ni lah, kita pindah-pindah. So yang plus 15 tu kita pindah sebelah ke dua-dua side. So yang satu side ialah negatif 6 plus 15, yang lagi satu side ialah 6 plus 15 lah. So kita akan dapat 9 dan 21. Tapi sebab soalan ni dia punya bentuk ialah 1 over. So kita kena gantikan dengan semua 1 over. So kita akan dapat 1 over 9 dengan 1 over 21. So kat situ kita boleh identify the maximum value is 1 over 9 and the minimum value is 1 over 21. Okay, that's all for my presentation. Thank you.